Rewind the tape. Hi guys, welcome back. Oh, Jesus. This is why we should just go straight into recording, not have a preamble before.
Anyway, we just had a hoot again.
We're back on air. This is your favourite podcast, we assume. Wait, Rewind the Tape, and I'm Natalie.
I'm Ruth.
Earlier, before we started recording, I was just looking at an Instagram episode of this, I guess, I don't know if you'd call it a podcast, because they don't have a podcast as such. They do it on Instagram, like their episode's a little 3-minute thing. I've sent it to you before. It's fucking hilarious. It's called Swipe. I'm shouting it out because that is way better than this shit. Swipe talk show. It is
amazing.
Hilarious.
It's amazing.
And it makes me think, if I could just be bothered to do some fucking video editing, maybe we would have good social output, because we'd be able to do some cool videos, like splice in different images, sound effects, whatever. I'm not doing any of that stuff.
And they really good at it. You're really good at it. I'm not saying that to encourage you. I'm just serious. Like, when you've made reels and stuff, I'm like, how do you do that? I don't know.
No, but what they're doing is next level. That's not like a reel. That's proper editing.
Oh my God.
Like proper video editing, because it's all their episodes are on
IG's the whole thing. But isn't the whole episode, not to downplay it, but isn't the whole episode 3 minutes?
Yeah.
So like knowing that you're committing, the whole point is to make a 3-minute video every week.
Yeah.
Probably you can just really put all your, you can go to town. I'm not, we wouldn't anyway, even if it was
not. Yeah.
even if it was 3 minutes.
Yeah, but we got to record this on top of doing that 3-minute video. No way. I'm not doing
And plus we've got to watch something I know the listeners are like, oh boo-hoo, I have to watch TV.
Honestly, sometimes it does feel like a chore though. Even with things that I like though, I think, because it's usually out of my regular viewing schedule of what I'm watching at that moment. So I have to break from, and I'm a very committed, when I'm watching something, I'm like, I need to watch something, finish it. Don't let anything else distract me. Yeah. So sometimes this does feel like a distraction from my regular, which is dumb, because this is good work, kind of productive, whereas I'm complaining that that's a distraction.
No, and honestly, anything that's done
my leisure time
that's not for pleasure is a chore. Every single thing, it doesn't matter how fun it was, as soon as you have to do it for any reason but to have fun, it's like, I suddenly hate this.
Which is, I'm not saying
it's not in your natural cycle of being. That's why going against your natural behavior is such a fucking ordeal, because it's just, we're humans, man. We're creatures of habit.
Just shouting out back to that show, Swipe Talk Show. Do check it out, because it's funny. It's these two girls that basically just read, and sometimes I think, do you have consent to read other people's profiles? Because you're also showing pictures, which I don't know what's going on there.
They show their pictures,
so they basically show people's profiles and then go through the bio and go through the pictures, and people
it is public.
Send them.
It's public property.
Send them bios of people they've kind of come across, some of the out there ones, and also conversations that they've had with people, and it's just so funny. What are these people out there on? I mean, I think you've got a load of bios that you would.
Guys, this is not planned, but while you're talking, Natalie, I'm going to find that bio I sent you. That is just so funny to me. I don't think there's anything wrong with either showing a profile, as in what they've written. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with sharing messages, but I do think sharing people's photos is a bit
It's PPI.
Because then you're putting
GDPR.
a face. Yeah. Not to say I haven't screenshot. The other day I screenshot this guy's profile. I'm to the point where I'll screenshot profiles and just save them for I'll be like, so that's not because that model who had a picture with a dog, one where he was in full prosthetics dressed as Lucifer. I mean, come on, that's gold.
A full
How can you go
level,
from a puppy to Lucifer, sir?
to a like black and white kind of topless he has like long curly wet look hair.
Goliath. Yeah, well, that's what I've always imagined Goliath looks like.
Hobbies do include traveling and photography, I believe. He's used that photography interest to create some interesting profile pictures. I think he thinks that he's Jason
Derulo.
No, Jason Mimosa.
Yeah, 100%.
That's who he
100%. And he isn't. For the record, he is not.
That man is.
He's Jason Momoa. Yeah. Nah. He could never. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like if Jason Momoa wasn't the huge superstar he was, he'd probably be really corny in real life.
Oh,
but
no
stardom
doubt.
has just made him so like normal because it's just like he's such.
Sorry,
people laugh at him so much. It must be a lot to
I bet he's so corny anyway. Regardless, it's just.
No, I think he's probably quite funny. The only reason I don't think he's corny is because he's going out with
Lisa
Monet.
Bonet.
Sorry, I was thinking of Janelle Monáe.
I always want to say Lisa Marie Presley. Could not be further. It's not her. It is Lisa.
We need to find an interview that she's done and do an episode on it because Elvis was on some different level shit. Yeah, Elvis was nuts.
Right, hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just
I thought we'd pause. I was just scrolling. I did not even attempt to film. Guys, I don't know how you can actually get through an episode of this because we're just like literally living life and vibing. It's like,
yeah. Let us know, DM us. How do you get through an episode of this godforsaken podcast?
The DMs are just, I don't.
Yeah, I simply don't.
That will really hurt me.
I think the lack of DMs will tell us that no one does. No one listens. So.
Okay. This is a bio that I don't know if it's good or not. I've just seen it. In fact, I think I matched with this person, so I should be embarrassed. Okay, their bio is 420 lifestyle. Maple leaf.
420. Right, sorry. Yeah, I know.
Sorry, my brother is literally calling me. Jonathan, I'm recording a very important podcast. Okay, then he says, you feel me? Searching for a curvy fat ass peach emoji. Chilled vibes. Cool. That's the opposite of me. I'm a demonic force. Banter with some excitement would be nice. Devil
That's
emoji.
Not chill vibes. Yeah. What? Well, you did say that you were demonic.
Maybe I did joke. Chat more on Snap or WhatsApp. Hope you like your men. Chocolate bar emoji. Sorry. And then he's got a checklist with ticks of, I'm guessing this is what he is.
Right.
Tall, black and dangerous with no apostrophe. Oh my God, with no comma. With no comma. I've lost my mind. See, you try and grammar police and you turn into the clown
Tall,
yourself.
black and dangerous, no punctuation whatsoever.
No, but
that's tick. Just 3 words put together if there's no punctuation.
Cook, tick. Drive, tick.
Sorry, what? Hook.
No, I think he's
like cook, Captain Hook.
Cook, food, cook. Drive, tick. Yard, tick. Work, tick.
Yard.
Tatted. No, it's in his house.
He's got a yard. What? Yeah. Oh, right. He's got. Oh my God. Yes, I understand.
Oh, it's fine. Semi-funny, tick. Dress sense, tick. Smell good, tick. Good wood. Strong arm emoji. Oh, sorry, bicep emoji, whatever it's supposed to be.
Wait, good wood is in like penis?
Yes.
Like good wood. Okay, yes. Right. His wood is good.
Allegedly.
Let it be known.
Wink
is
emoji,
this Tinder?
laughing face emoji. Of course, who else? But this is definitely not Bumble or Hinge. You're like... You'd get deleted. Mature, open-minded. After all that, he put mature, open-minded. I'm like, okay, contradictory, but fine.
Yeah.
I don't waste people's time, and I'm honest. Can I ask the same off you? He obviously didn't proofread this. If you're feeling the vibes, prayer hand emoji. What does that mean? If you're feeling the vibes, please.
Or is it a high five?
Oh, yeah.
Could be.
Oh, my God. Don't confuse me. I'm very set in my ways. You can't even nudge the boat. Okay, this is the one I sent you once. Okay, this is a guy whose name isn't here, but he calls himself, I hope this isn't like a racist thing when I read it out. And somebody's like, oh, that's really offensive. HMFCG. I don't know what that means.
It must be, maybe it's like preferences. But
hot man. I don't know.
or could it? I don't know. I don't know enough about kink to know.
And I'm sorry if it's offensive, because I'm just like, because he puts it. But sorry, he says his initials are HMFCG.
Oh my God! Look at us reading into.
Oh my God!
Into
it's also his Twitter handle. Okay, now we've reached data protection.
Redact.
Yeah, maybe if we can be bothered, we'll actually edit that out. Okay, sorry guys, don't look him up and leave him alone. My tattoos are not fashion accessories, nor to impress, ! Unlike the 98% covered in Google tats, full stop. Mine tell a true story. If I'm emphasizing it's because it's in all caps. Lived, survived, so wear with pride, ! All done freehand using a prison tattoo gun and guitar strings for needles. Now I'm not sure if he's joking. Last tattooed in 2016. ... What?
Is that relevant? Why is that relevant? Was that like the last good year of tattoos? Any tattoos after then?
Maybe that's the last time he was in prison. Like he's letting you know that's how long he's been out.
Yeah, well, that was my other question. Is it when he says a prison tattoo gun, I'm presuming that means in prison, but it could just mean
freehand prison went done without a gun, or is it freehand just?
No, I think it's without a stencil.
Okay,
as in like without
without any. Okay,
yeah, without.
I mean, in any other context, I'd find that nice. He could have just said that in a nice way. All my tattoos are freehand. I take great pride in them. There you go. That's another way to say that. I'm just saying. Before swiping right with the caution emoji.
Oh gosh, this is really.
Oh no, I'm not even going to read this. Okay. No, I think I know how he means it, but it is offensive. It's making my eye twitch. If you were disfigured, full stop, which does make sense, would anyone give you a second glance based on personality? See, this is why men are disgusting and deserve dirt. Please swipe left if under 30. He's 30, by the way. But fair enough. I'm not going to judge. If you like women over 30, perfect.
Wait, no. Swipe left if you're under 30. So he doesn't want you to be younger than him.
He doesn't want him to. He wants to be the youngest.
No, he's swipe left if you're under 30. Swiping left means.
Oh, is that the good one?
No, it's the bad one. Swipe right. So if he swipe left on under 30 means.
I'm so dumb.
So he's saying if you're over 30, swipe right. Unless he doesn't understand the rules of Tinder.
Swipe right means yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I think people who like older women, I prefer them.
Yeah, so these are the things he's saying. If you're any of these, swipe left, not interested. Yeah. I don't want to match.
I just mean when I'm reading profiles, I'd be more alarmed if someone said, if you're over 30, swipe right. Swipe. I don't know what I'm saying.
Swipe right.
Do you know what I mean? Okay. Tattooed, so he doesn't want to match with anyone who's got tattooed. After that massive speech about his prison freehand tattoos, he's like, keep your fucking tattoos to yourself.
But maybe because he just assumes that everybody else that has tattoos is getting them from Google. No, it's like yours are all like live, laugh, love Google shit stuff. It doesn't mean anything.
I got my tattoo from a cartoon on the Cartoon Network. So don't you dare tell me about generic, okay? It was drawn by a real animator. Have kids or expecting. So he's saying he doesn't want to match with anyone. And basically, it's just, for me, the fact that he has tattoos and is 30 and will not match with someone, I don't know, it just kind of makes me feel that he probably also has
children.
Yeah. And he's just an asshole. But either way, who is reading that and thinking, do you know what?
Okay, yeah, I'm over 30. I don't have children. I'm not pregnant.
I don't have any tattoos.
Tick, tick. Well, we'd be out.
Yeah, we'd definitely be out.
Because of our tattoos, guys. Not because of our children.
I meant because of our personalities. It would never work.
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly.
And honestly, like the way that you're like, mine tell a true story. It's just, to be honest, the funniest is all done freehand using prison tattoo gun. Not that, and guitar strings for needles. That's funny to me. Because now it sounds like you're making fun.
Is that a thing? Guitar strings for needles? I don't know anything
about tattoos.
No.
I mean, he has good survival instincts. But honestly, if the world imploded... I know.
Why has he got good survival instincts?
Because he knows how to make tattoos.
What? But nobody's saying he was the one that tattooed himself. Somebody else maybe did it and has good survival skills and can tattoo all the zombies with their fucking guitar.
All he's really telling me is that he went to prison because the artist
in a very long-winded way.
Yeah, and trying to sell it to me like I'm. Oh my God. If on the other hand, he was like, I'm an artist, I draw, these are all the freehand tattoos I've done. I went to prison and while I was there, I tattooed loads of people.
But you know what? He's not the tattoo artist.
Yeah.
That's the issue. He's the one of the...
And he's been an asshole about it.
Yeah. I want to meet the prison tattooist.
Yes, same. Oh my God, I'm so into him already. I love him. Oh my gosh. And I bet he wouldn't say all that shit.
Disclaimer, guys, this episode is clearly going to be full of problematic statements from the get-go.
From the jump. And then there was a financial advisor at Wealth Management. That's not a company, but fine. Okay, this wasn't actually problematic. It's just, this is something that I've been thinking for a while, and I'm so glad I can finally say it. He says, dominant, looking for a submissive, no brats or switches. To those that don't know, a brat is somebody in basically when you're having sex, the dominant person obviously is the one leading the charge. Mm-hmm. And if you're submissive, you're more like a receiver, not necessarily of penetration, but whatever you like. And a brat is somebody who, like, a dominant person might talk shit to you and say, get on your knees. And a brat would talk back. I'm not
doing it. Make me.
A brat might be like, make me
daddy.
Cunt. I love that we're like, a brat might be like, and immediately say something that we would say. Not that I would ever say that.
Not that I've got a script.
I have never thought about this before or experienced it. And
off the top of my head,
a brat might be like. And a switch is like somebody who can switch roles. When a switch, I can't sing Tiger anymore. He being his girlfriend. Please state, and then he says, when you message me, please state that you are submissive. Now I'm really mad. So I would rather die on my knees. Even
if this says the brat.
Oh my God, what a stereotype of myself.
Absolutely not. I do want your dominating cock, but I will absolutely not tell you that I'm what you want.
I will never submit to you. He says not trying to waste anyone's time. Ask for Snapchat, and his song is Chris Brown Privacy. Everything about him is a red flag. I hope he knows from the fact that he works in finances. His name is Timothy. Okay,
wealth management.
And I also have a problem with people who specify that they're a straight man. Like, why do I need to know that? You have an option to leave that blank. You don't have to fill that
I'm straight!
If anybody cares, I'm a straight, dominant man. And I need you to let me know you're not.
I just want you to submit and not say a fucking word. And just be a woman, but not say anything. Take my cock.
And when I say dominant, I don't mean the bedroom. I mean it live. Okay.
Everywhere. Boardroom, bedroom.
boardroom to bedroom again.
I'm dominant in the boardroom and the bedroom.
Oh my God.
If this was like Real Financial Advisors of Toxic Masculinity, that would be his tagline.
That's a show I would watch, and I have 2 people I've dated that I can submit. They are the worst. Oh my God. But fun in bed if that's what you're into. If you're looking for a Christian Bale experience. Anyway. All I have to say about that is, and this is just a general note to anybody out there, please stop saying dominant, because that's really about sex when what you mean is terrible person, because it's very exhausting. Like, stop. Yeah. That's not what that means. And I think that a lot of people who use these apps think that dominant just means the worst man you've ever met in your life. And I make no apologies for it. What you see is what you get. You know, the kind of person who says stuff like that. Anywho, on to a lighter topic.
Right. God, I don't know. Is it? Guys, now that my internet is fixed, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I hope I haven't jinxed it.
No, it's really good.
Thank you. I did have Virgin Broadband come and fix my router. The wire was chewed up and he replaced it.
I bet it was.
And he didn't charge me, but he did ask me to rate him and refer a friend.
You have to do that.
No, I don't have to do it, but you know, he wanted me to.
I can't believe they're out there making them do that.
I know. You could tell he felt very like, they're making me say this.
Yeah, he's
Here's
like,
a leaflet.
This is not why I got into IT, but
not why I got into broadband.
He's like, I've actually got a PhD in computer sciences, and I hate my life.
I went to MIT. Why am I here in Greater London fixing broadband?
But please, 5-star reviews.
Please refer a friend. And I'll get a pat on the back.
Refer a friend. Like,
I'm not referring. Sorry, I'm not referring anybody, not even an enemy, to Virgin Broadband. It's not good.
What about a dominant male?
No, I would refer a dominant male who works in finance to Virgin.
Oh,
but he'd like that because that's what he wants.
Of course, he'd love shouting about his fix my fucking rooms.
I go for Virgin Broadband because it's the most submissive and it doesn't answer back.
Oh my God. Oh, gosh,
okay.
We do have fun, don't we?
Oh God, no one can say we don't. Okay, right. Let's get off the subject of financial advisors. But also, if anybody out there, if any one of you can give me real pension advice, holler at me.
God.
I don't know
Leave
what
the
I'm
attitude
doing
at home, because the only people I know who could, I don't even want to ask them.
I just want solid pension advice, because I have not been saving and I fucking need to. I am a 34-year-old woman and I need a pension.
Well, I have been told that having a pension is redundant by somebody who works in fashion.
I'm told that by my dad. So
they said that you just need a good stock portfolio in this economy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, if you want to invest, there is a
do not sell me on a pyramid scheme.
My bad.
I will buy if you want to. If you get it on the ground floor, there is so much opportunity for growth.
Oh my God. Have you seen that tweet? I don't know if I shared it with you, where it was like, this guy was like, something about, I can't remember. I'm just going to ruin the joke. I'm starting a scheme, pay in and get tenfold return. No, this is not a pyramid scheme. We will be selling crack. That's brilliant, because honestly, that's the only thing that pays in this life. It's a very high risk investment, and obviously there's a human cost. So
yeah,
But that's why no one really, just chooses to. Anyway, enough about drugs again.
Guys, last week we watched Scandal. We watched the first episode, season 1, episode 1, and then we watched the final episode, season 7, episode final. I don't know what number it is.
So 940. I don't know. I wrote it down somewhere.
And it was so confusing. But also not at all confusing.
Not at all. They literally, I thought watching the first ever episode and the last would be such a contrast.
They're the same.
It's literally just, it could have been the same series. Yeah. I didn't realize that, this is good. Everyone who's a huge Scandal fan is going to be like, how did you not realize? But I genuinely have never realized that that Fitz and Olivia are boning from the first episode.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought it came in episode 2. And in the first episode, you're introduced to basically, I've just made up my own plot.
Yes. No, I know what you mean. The fact that she goes into the Oval and then he starts kissing her straight away is that.
Oh, that shit. And that was also the hottest scene.
It was the hottest scene, but she's obviously upset. You've obviously done something bad.
Yeah.
Maybe don't force yourself onto her. But also,
I don't know if he forced because
he did, but it was a bit just.
Oh no, they're very push and pull when they get it on.
Are they ever?
Again, we're going back to the brats. we need to. But there's I think he gets consent because he leans in only so far. Then there's a lot of heavy breathing, and then they start.
Yeah, true, but also she's. She's very, very upset. And he's lying to her, barefaced lying.
He's not lying to her. Oh, no, he said this coming from a dumb bitch you never learned. I'm like, he was telling the truth. He was lying.
Lying through his fucking teeth.
Oh.
So...
I've just snotted and I'm trying to clean it up. I may as well tell you so I can just clean it up properly.
No one watches the video. You didn't need to tell anybody. I wasn't even looking. I didn't even know. Oh.
Let that be a lesson to all of you out there.
Yeah.
You don't need to announce everything that goes wrong in your life.
Please don't. Yeah. In fact, that's what they say, isn't it? If you make a mistake, just style over it. Chances are most people didn't even notice.
I don't know about
if you're on stage and you fuck up a line or you mess up a dance routine, don't draw attention to it.
Yeah, but maybe this is throwing back to the fact that I've had some very critical teachers in my time. Ruth, open your mouth. I was singing in the primary school choir in year 4. Okay? Maybe you need to relax, miss, because it's not
look around, miss. Look at where you are. This is the primary
internal performance, okay? And she never gave me the solo. Old bitch. Anyway, guys, don't be ageist. Don't be ageist. I hate you, Miss Gruber. I don't. You probably don't.
Wow. Dropping the names.
I was thinking about, sorry, we will talk about Scandal, but did you watch the Adele thing the other night?
Oh, did I ever? Yeah. Okay, I didn't watch the whole thing. I've seen the clips. The one where a school teacher's there.
Okay, I don't know if you know this about me, but I hate shit like that. I liked a this is your life. I like a this is your life moment. But
not
I don't
surprise.
Not, yes. Like, if she'd been sitting down and they did that, I would have thought it was cute. But in the context, I didn't mind it, but I didn't love it. Also,
how did they know? It was a pretty fucking lucky guess that she would reference her school teacher.
She's probably talked about her loads in interviews and stuff.
I think she has, but of all the people, do you think, what if she hadn't said her teacher? Or do you think she would have known, she would have been prepped to at least?
No, there's no way. I think that she just always says the same thing. Honestly. Because most people's formal story, their short bio, when they're a famous performer, they always say the same thing because people always ask them the same questions.
True.
So it's just like, oh,
you got to get your story straight.
And not only just that, there aren't that many people when you're in your like younger years that really can have that kind of impact on you. So I don't doubt that teacher's impact at all. I just don't like it when people keep sharing the same thing on my feed. I'm like, okay, now you're boring me. Yeah. So it's nothing to do with that show. It was like afterwards, it just kept coming up and coming up and coming up. And I was like, oh my God, I get it. But the reason I hate that, I think also is because I had a lot of teachers that I fucking hated. Like, if you'd asked me like, Ruth, is there anyone you feel like who blocked your blessings? I'd have been like, first of all, let me list my teachers. Those bitches had a problem and it was on soap. But yeah, I did actually love, there's one English lit teacher that I loved and I would love to go
always
for a
an English teacher.
Yeah, always.
I loved my English teachers. Not all of them, but
I would say I only loved my one English lit teacher I had in sixth form. And I loved my art teachers.
I loved my English teachers and my history teachers.
I didn't mind my history teachers. There was also the block of them being men. You know how that goes. But my sixth form history teachers, oh my God. And actually in school as well. And I just call school like secondary school. They were all right. I had one who was brilliant. I used to be taught by him and think, what are you doing? You're so smart. Like, why are you here?
What happened? Yeah.
Not what happened.
Just education.
I just knew that. Like, I think maybe that's what I knew from a young age. Like, this world is rigged. Because if this man is here teaching me history, and who was his name? Gordon Brown and Tony Blair and people like that are prime minister, then obviously something's going very wrong. It's just because it doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, I liked him. But some of my history teachers were a bit hard on me. They were like tough love type people.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know that you can, I'm going to push you.
Yeah, literally would say that to me in front of everyone.
Literally, they pushed me.
I'm like, I only like to be pushed in bed. We've been through this. I'm sorry. Okay, we're not like that.
We are getting into hot water. Let's get back to Scandal.
Speaking of inappropriate relationships.
Yeah. Fitz and his aide. I can't remember what she's called in it. Somebody Tanner. Amanda Tanner.
Sorry.
No, I think it might not be Amanda.
It is Amanda. Matter. It's definitely Amanda.
Amanda Tanner, yeah. Who, let's flip forward. So I watched, I came to quite late to the Scandal game.
Yeah.
And it was at the point where I already knew that there was going to be a How to Get Away with Murder Scandal crossover, but we hadn't seen it yet. We already knew that was in the works. So I watched the first episode and I see Amanda Tanner, who is Bonnie. And I'm like, oh my God, is this going to be like the greatest, like completely woven in, like that was who Bonnie was before, and like all the kind of think?
This is Shondaland all over again.
Oh fuck yeah. Okay, well, obviously the he's all that, she's all that thing, that was a stretch because it was not like sophisticated. But come on, Shondaland crossovers. It could have happened. She's like lawyer, aide, but it's not. No, Amanda Tanner is not Bonnie. It's not a crossover, and this is the ultimate in like poor continuity because that character dies in Scandal. And then the same actress comes.
No, I would say that is the Scandal season 1. I just look at it the whole season as a pilot, and I don't take it as seriously because it's just it. There are things.
It's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. Not saying the rest of the show is
at that point because you're like I think unlike say How to Get Away with Murder, where obviously everything's hinging on one thing. In Scandal, in the first season, you don't really know enough, and I'm not going to say necessarily knew what was going on. So nothing feels like super connected, or the episodes feel like isolated instances where there's a client that comes in and they deal with the client, they fix their problem, and then obviously you're getting little bits of an overall story. But then as the seasons go on, there isn't like this whole client thing coming in. The episodes become the web. Yeah, exactly. And about like all the things that come in. But the first season is very much just like, I guess, like a Law and Order kind of situation.
Yes, like 100%. Like, this is our idea, and then every episode is just
each episode all hinges on a separate thing.
I also didn't realize the first ever episode was the client was who it was. I thought that was the second episode as well. So like the client in the first ever episode is the right-wing admiral. I keep trying to say admirable, like, but I'm like, that doesn't sound right.
The right honorable admiral.
Who turns out, but you can also tell that was very early on, because for the whole plot twist to be like just simply he's gay,
it's just not very considered.
But then I remember, like, in politics, I'm not being funny, but that does happen. I remember that Hungarian politician.
Yeah.
So like people, that's why the right is so ridiculous. It's like complete hypocrisy. I'm like, how can anyone eat this up when everyone is the things they're telling you that you should be against? It's like no one really believes it. Or they do, but they're living a lie. That's sad. If it wasn't so damaging.
Yeah. I forgot that was the main client in it as well. I just thought it was about Amanda Anna, but then she's the client in the second episode. But going from also the guy Stephen.
Yeah, he leaves.
Does he? But in what? When? I know he leaves, but when did he leave?
He just leaves like in between season 1 and 2.
Is it okay? Because
so they just have to make it up. I can't remember what reason they gave, but then he comes back for an episode in season 6 or 7. He is the person who goes to get Liv. Do you remember when Olivia is kidnapped?
Yeah, we haven't seen you for so long. Anyway, he comes back.
He comes like when she's like being given to somebody who's bought her. He's there.
Right,
yeah. Honestly, if you've never watched Scandal and you don't want to watch it, just please watch the 3 episodes or 2 or 3 episodes where Olivia gets kidnapped. I feel like that really gives you every ounce of Scandal. That is like Scandal concentrate.
It's it's hot. Well, kind of, but also not, because you don't get the flavor of what Olivia's like not kidnapped, which is so key to the whole thing.
Yeah.
You're only seeing her in one instance, which is just not actually, it's such a small facet of who she is, and you don't see her interacting with everybody else, and you don't crucially get to hear the divine theme song, the Fix Olivia
I thought you were going to say
it's heavy breathing. Oh yeah. It's handled.
Consider it handled. Okay.
Oh, cool.
And nobody else looks good in a white suit and a tailored wool coat.
And that, which did you notice that obviously that's the coat that she's wearing in the first episode? Yeah. And also in the last one. I think the final episode is an upgraded one, but it's still the same premise. And Olivia Pope knows a good coat. Why does she keep all of her fucking coats?
And that's another thing. From season 2, the budget goes way up. So her gowns, her coats, her suits, her hair is always laid. Like her house, her apartment, the wine glasses she drinks from,
the goblet glasses. This woman survives on a bottle of wine in one single glass and a bag of popcorn.
Yeah. Which makes sense because she's tiny.
Popcorn. Yeah.
Oh, goddamn. Kerry Washington. If I've never said this before, I'm obsessed with that woman. I love her.
Stunning.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry guys. I know obviously she's an actress and she's done great things, and we're just making this about her looks. But did you see that? I'm sorry, but she is a fashion icon. Did you see her So the other day on Instagram, she had this look, which was like, I think like a cropped kind of like, what do you call it when it's shorter than a bob? It's like a little
pixie.
Oh my God. Like a slick down pixie. I think it might have had finger waves in it. Absolutely to die. I'll send you a screenshot.
So, but also so much happens to these people.
Yeah, you realise in the last episode.
Yeah, that in the last episode, with like Melly's in the Oval Office. The Oval Office has had a complete makeover.
True. You go from Melly just being the woman who walked into the room to being the president in the final. That is actually true.
The leader of the free world.
If you hadn't seen any of it, you'd just be like, stop.
I can't, yeah.
Yeah. But it actually makes sense when you watch it.
And
then a lot happens.
Cyrus, you need to go to hell.
Cyrus, who do you think is the quote unquote true villain? Because they're all terrible people.
Yeah, they are all terrible people. Like, all of them.
Yeah.
Even our friends, even the good white hat people. The only good one is David.
Even I think he's
did some stuff, some bad
I don't know if he's been that shady, but there was a time where he got really power hungry and was like kind of freezing Olivia out, and it just really peed me off. But yeah, David dying was, I feel unnecessary.
After Jake didn't kill him as well, you know.
Okay, that pissed me off. If Jake doesn't kill him, why does he have to be the one who goes to prison? I get it, but I always felt like Jake didn't deserve that, even though he did kill his wife.
Screwed over, and many other people.
No, do you know what? This is so funny because Jake. We talked about this before. Jake kills Cyrus's husband, who we love. He's a good person. He is a good person.
Yeah.
But why was he married to Cyrus? He couldn't have known. But James. And that was like, oh my God, but that's when he's still a villain. And then as he evolves a bit, I grow to love Jake. And I feel like his killings, like the same way I see like Huck and Quinn
and Charlie.
Who's Quinn? And Quinn's killings more like, okay, they're trained assassins. They're a bit nutty but fair. But then he evolves. But when he kills his wife, I still to this day feel like that was cold-blooded. And also femicide will never go down well with me. Like, how can you kill the woman in your house?
I'm not sure that the story called for it. It could have done without it. Because the only thing I remember from it is he went to jail because he was he went down as the B613 as command.
Like this is just an example. In EastEnders, if somebody kills somebody, like there's like a rule that they have to pay the crime. Someone has to go to prison. Like they have to go to prison, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like that killing was so unnecessary and cruel that the writers had to punish him in some way to like balance the viewer's mind in what justice is, because he just killed his own wife. And she had a drinking problem, so I could relate to her. Let her live. Anyway.
Excuse me.
Jake was hot though. Sorry. Sorry to be that person. Jake was
even to the very end when Olivia just comes to see him and is like, the chemistry between those two still.
That's one thing I'll say this show got right. All of the couples and the sexual attraction was so palpable. I can't think of another show that does that. It's like beyond believable. It's real.
But it's like so real that it hurts, because when you see Fitz and Olivia together, it's just like it does something to you. Like that makes, I think watching that makes me feel like heart pangs, you know?
It does.
It's just like I feel almost like empty, because you are so it feels so draining, because I feel like I'm just there and they going through all of the emotions that they're going through, which is every single emotion in about 2 seconds.
They're so dramatic.
And then I feel drained, and then I'm also like, I didn't even go.
I want that.
At the end, in the final episode, when they all think they're going to jail, and Olivia and Fitz are in her apartment. And she's just
take your clothes off.
We can either talk about this or we can do something else. Sorry, it's super sloppy writing.
That scene was the most like.
You want to do something else? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I know. Especially, when they have that back and forth, they always do this. But Olivia will be like, "We can do this, or we can do something else." Fitz, we can. She just keeps repeating it, and he's like,
"Yeah." 5,000 times. But for a second, you're like, "Is Fitz going to be like, we need to talk about this? This is like
absolutely
crazy."
Not. Fitz is like, and then slide them panties to the side. Sorry. I'm sorry I said it like that.
Oh my God. In his stupid fucking retired president shawl collar cardigan that I hate.
Oh my, okay. I had a cardigan like that when I was in uni. It wasn't collared, but it was a deep V-neck, like chunky knit, loads of different shades of grey cardigan and a button up. I lived in that cardigan. It was so comfortable. The way that there was one night where my best friend Nadia and somebody else was there, they started getting into, I don't know how it came up, how much they hate that cardigan. Do you know what? They were like, I couldn't believe they hated that cardigan, like the way you're talking about Fitz's cardigan. And I was like,
right.
I just didn't know. And I just thought it was so funny because I've never had something where people are like, like Nadia was like, oh my God, that fucking like, it's the point I can still remember it because I'm just like, so I've been walking around in this cardigan. But then again, how do you tell somebody? And also, it's like my home cardigan, so I'm never taking it off.
Yeah. Good luck to all of you. I will go to the grave in this.
Where if I had that cardigan now, I'd have it. Oh no, I'd never fit in that cardigan. Jesus. Anyway, R.I.P. to that cardigan.
But I'm just saying, he would never wear that cardigan when he was in the Oval Office.
No, that's his like home lounge knitwear look.
I understand, but it's his home. I think that's his post. Like, I'm retired now.
I'm relaxed.
Yeah, I'm Vermont.
Oh my God.
Side note: take me to Vermont and take me in Vermont.
Oh my God, especially when he was at rock bottom. I found him very interesting.
In that gorgeous house.
Yeah. I also found Marcus the most attractive though.
Wait, who's Marcus?
He is the one that Melly ends up with. The person.
Yes. So I was trying. This is what I was trying to look up with. Who's the guy that Michaela sleeps with?
Marcus.
Is it Marcus? Yeah. Yeah. I thought so.
Yeah. Which was a bit random for me.
I think that had to happen so that she could that could put the wedge between her and Asher.
I liked her
and I think that I loved her and Asher, but I also think that it was, and I please do correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe it was part of Michaela connecting with her blackness and being in DC and being with Annalise and doing the class action and like fighting for justice, and then meeting this, incredibly driven, like accomplished black man.
Oh please, he is smoking hot, and anybody would lick the sweat off his head.
I do not.
Some like you're making it sound like. And I get it. It was the storyline. It's like, that's how it is. I'm connecting with my blackness. You were connecting with your blackness by sleeping.
You were connecting with this dick.
Yeah, I know what you were connecting with, sweetheart. We all want to connect with it.
That's what it was supposed to be, right?
I never really thought about it like that, to be honest. I guess I kind of didn't. Michaela's character didn't make 100% sense to me, only because I mean her backstory.
Yeah.
Her backstory made sense to me, but I couldn't believe that she was a woman who could ever doubt herself. She came across like definitely came across like a I'm talking about her character, not the real actress. Sorry, just have to clarify. But she came
also
across
to clarify, guys, we're now talking about How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah, sorry about that. Honey, this is Shondaland. Get into it or get out. Although I've never watched Grey's Anatomy.
No, but Grey's Anatomy is probably in the same universe, right? It's like Marvel, MCU.
I don't think it is. I think it's like, okay, do you know when
it should be though.
There was like Blade and Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. So it's in the Marvel universe, but they weren't connected. And then they started to do connected Marvel films. And then every film after that was put into it. I felt like from Scandal season 2, that's when you kind of got a Shondaland universe. Before that, it was just like standalone shows.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But it would be nice if they were. But anyway, what were we talking about? You were talking about.
Oh, I was saying Michaela, her character, I could definitely see her being adopted. I could definitely see her being adopted by a white family. I could definitely see her sort of being like different, having a different life to the one that she portrays, one that's made her the way she is, definitely, that's made her like, do you know what I mean? Tough, independent. The only thing is when like there was the episode where her mum comes and she like switches back to her old accent and stuff. I was just like, this is slightly unbelievable for me. I feel like they should have kept her accent and everything and just had her being who she is. But do you know what I mean? It was just a bit, because I also know people who are like, oh my God, I hope this isn't problematic to say. I don't think it is. From the literal hood who speak, do you know what I mean? Who you would never know. And I feel like that's, I'm not saying it's a stereotype, but it's just a bit like, because the idea was Michaela was from this like outback, like, you know, like swampland. So she switched and she started talking like this. That was so bad. I'm so sorry. I apologize. There's a reason I don't do accents. I don't know why I insist on doing them on the show. But it wasn't believable. I also know people who are from like obviously like a suburban area who don't sound quote unquote posh, or from a really posh place who don't sound posh. I feel like that's all a bit of a stereotype. But I'm just saying that there is like, human beings are incredibly diverse people, and you can't necessarily, or even though you typically can, you can't always tell where someone's from by the way they speak. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to level with you now, Lee. I've had 2 glasses of wine. I was like, we are doing a Shondaland episode, and I will be
in your cup.
I was going to say I'll be season 2 Annalise Keating. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Now that is definitely problematic to say, but yeah. And I love that. Not that I love it, but it was really progressive that they actually gave Annalise a drinking problem, because so many people in those kind of high pressure jobs, you become a functioning addict.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's just normalized or whatever. But it sometimes gets to a point where it's just like you're watching how much Olivia drinks, and you're like, how are you not dependent on alcohol at this point?
Also, how are you function? I mean, I guess
seriously,
functioning people, but sometimes those glasses are big.
Huge, unless she just has 1 glass, and if you haven't eaten, would be sick.
1 glass of that is still probably about
half a bowl. No, you're right. She doesn't fill it though. She doesn't fill it. She has like a quarter.
She does a restaurant pour.
Yeah, she does.
Not like I'd be like,
oh no, I'm like, no, I can immediately see her one night where she's like,
yeah,
and she drinks a lot of brown liquor as well. When she's with Fitz, oh my God, Fitz drinking that probably did not help me. Well, it's like, what's that show where everyone smokes? And I always think, every time I watch, I'm just like, I could go for a cigarette right now. What is that show?
By Marlboro Lights.
Oh
my God. Mad Men?
Oh, it is. How did I forget that? Obviously Mad Men.
It was so obvious that I was sure that it was not Mad Men that you were thinking.
No, it was. I was like, what's that little show?
If you've heard of it. I was saying this last week, I think off air, but in that final episode, they just really tie up so many loose ends with such, I don't know if I'm going to say precision, but it's just really efficient in the way they do it. Is it always the best way they could have done it? Probably not, but it's that so much stuff happens, so much every 10 or every 5 minutes something may just happen, and then it's like,
conclude,
cool, that thing's closed off,
conclude.
close, until the end. It's just like, cool, now everything's closed off. So Fitz and Olivia can be like, hello, hi.
I want a spin-off.
Oh my God, I literally wrote that in my notes, my very vague notes. I want to see the sitcom, like 25-minute Fitz and Olivia living in Vermont
with their babies.
Sitcom, yeah.
100%. I see them adopting a child.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be.
The way I'm getting defensive, Olivia can do it.
She can.
You don't know her limit.
I just can't see it. I can see the adopting.
I can see like Fitz, like basically saying he really wants a child, and she's like, I don't know. Then he basically sorts out everything, and she's like rolling her eyes. She's like, Fitz, I can't believe you'd put me in this position. And there's like a little girl behind her, and then by the end of the episode, she's like in love with the little girl, and then they adopt her. Although I don't think that's legal, but he is the president, ex-president or whatever. Sorry, I have to say, and I hope this doesn't send me into an anxiety spiral, I'm just cringing at me saying, I literally know people from the hurt. Either. Ethan, if you've made it this far, please go back and bleep that. It's just, I'm tired of myself. Oh my God.
Where do we go from here? It's a great show. Let me revert back to just what I said. Oh my God, I have a side note. The thing that I opened up my notes to was a wish list of just like all the things that I fucking want. Oh
my God, I want to hear it.
No, I can't. I shan't.
You know what? Okay. I understand why I thought at one point Quinn and Huck should have ended up together, but then I remember
when I thought they would, but
yeah, because they were a much better couple. But then I remembered that he licked her face, and you really can't come back from sexual. Yeah, that was bad.
But I also do like Charlie and Quinn. Like I like how we didn't like Charlie, and then I feel like I did like Charlie.
I love Charlie, but I just don't think they were a stronger couple.
Yeah.
I don't know. He did lick her face. It's just out of order.
Wait. Oh, can we just talk about The Office? OPA. Like,
which I always confuse with OPI.
Oh yeah, it's not a nail bar.
Who? Kerry Washington is sponsored by. Side note.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
She has. Yeah, she does nail stuff.
I love that office.
It's gorgeous.
I don't know why. No, it's
the rusty you don't know why. It's phenomenal.
I know exactly why. I can imagine how intense.
It kind of looks like your place. Now I'm looking at the walls and stuff. I'm like, maybe that's what you were going for.
Let's go for it. Full OPA. I imagine working in DC must feel quite like
corporate.
I don't know, dizzy. Like, no, I don't think not corporate, because it's. Imagine if you were like in the political scene. Have you ever watched Veep? No.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because I'm sure you said this before, and I always hear Veep. I'm like, no. Veep, no. VP is in the vice president?
Yeah.
No. What is it?
It's a satirical comedy with Julia Louis Dreyfus, and other. I think you would love it. You'd find it very funny. It's just about like the vice presidency and how backstabbing like politics is, and it's all just like bullshit. But it's a comedy. It's not like a drama. It's very funny.
That's good.
If you're looking for a kind of, I think it's 25-minute kind of that, like a, just think kind of like Superstore, The Office, Parks and Rec, but in the presidency.
You had me at Superstore. Exactly. I'm watching it. I'm definitely a 25-minute. I love a 25-minute comedy. You really can't
don't quote me on that. I feel like it is. I feel like it should be, because it's, but maybe it's not. It's just not the format that works in longer than in like a 40-minute, you know?
Yeah.
Even though you're watching like 5 straight hours of it. So it doesn't really matter what length the episodes are.
I need to start watching Breaking Bad. Because it's fine when I'm working and it's on in the background. But when I want to take a lunch break and then I've like watched 2 episodes and I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Don't you find I feel so anxious watching it?
Okay, season 1 had me on the ropes. Season 2 semi had me on the ropes. But now I just cannot physically stop watching it.
Yeah.
Then my anxiety's gone because there was a point in season 1 where I was just, I had to like, I'm switching this off. I've had enough. But no, it's fine now. I love it.
This is what I want to... I need to do a bit of filler because I just need to do some fact checking.
Okay, I will say that I once described the guy... I'm so sorry, I don't know his name. You guys know I don't know anyone's name. The guy who plays Jesse Pinkman as a poor man's Edward Norton. Now I would describe season 3 Jesse
Aaron
Pinkman.
Paul.
Okay,
Aaron
I didn't know that. I don't even recognize his
Paul
name.
Aaron?
I don't know. I am not the one to confirm or deny. He looks so good. And I realized from season 1, I was like, this is the kind of dirtbag that would get you in a lot of trouble. But, you know, when he's still smoking the meth, it's just not so hot. When he comes out of rehab, honey, I'm home. Okay. But his character is annoying.
Sorry, this is actually now not worth it, but I thought it was quite funny.
I always think that makes it better.
How in Scandal, the news anchor, one of the news anchors, is Perd Hapley, or the guy that plays Perd Hapley, who's the news anchor from Parks and Rec.
No, that is probably the best thing about Scandal. I can't believe you don't think that's worth it. That is and the thing is, I forget every single time, and then I'm like, what the fuck? This guy is just and he behaves the same. Which I feel like
just like if any TV show is just like, we need a newscaster. Who do we go to? Jay Johnson, that guy. He's typecast. When your typecast is the news anchor.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So that tickled me. And I'm glad that it tickled you too.
I love that. Yeah. It's funny. And I keep thinking about, this is again How to Get Away with Murder. You know this scene where Bonnie dies? I'm sorry if you've never seen it. If you've never seen How to Get Away with Murder, my bad.
Oh my God, yeah.
When she's dying on the steps. Okay. Because so many people have made memes out of it. Like, have you seen them?
I've never seen a meme of it.
Okay, the best meme is somebody said, when I'm masturbating and the batteries in my vibrator die. And, you know, Annalise King is grabbing Bonnie like, wake up, Bonnie.
It is a heartbreaking moment.
It's also very funny because I've just been thinking about it now. Like literally even this week I've thought about it and I just laugh. That's what I mean.
It's heartbreaking. Vibrators shouldn't have to have batteries. Give it a charger. For God's sake, give it a USB charger.
I want to charge it like I charge my toothbrush.
Nothing needs to have a battery. Like a disposable insertable battery.
Yes, an insertable battery. You're right.
If it's
what about it? Yeah.
Say something about inserting it in me. Doesn't need an insert, but you know, there's a joke in there. It should also
be like solar powered, so I should be able to just leave outside.
Let me please leave my giant dick-shaped vibrator on my windowsill.
I don't like it too big. Let the record stay.
Let me put my
God, the weirdest
little bullet vibrator.
It's not even weird
on the windowsill.
But I was once requested a video. Somebody asked me like, "What's the biggest sex toy you own?" Because I wanted and can I just put it into context of why it was changed? We were just speaking. I didn't know him that well.
Okay.
They wanted like a video of me with it. And I was just like, this isn't like a cam girl service.
Yeah, you just
pay somebody for that.
Also, if the conversation isn't going there, you're not having like a flirty conversation.
I'm sorry, but even if we were flirting, there's a flirt and then there's you asking me to put a giant dildo I do not own no, and send you video evidence. I would rather die, sir.
So if you would like to wait for 2 to 5 business days so that I can order something, or you can order me something, but also I'm not doing that.
Thank you. I cannot stand somebody who makes requests and doesn't have any cash to back it. There is something wrong with you. I would never expect that kind of service for free. Fucking audacity.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Give me something, or at least give me the toy.
Give me the toy. I'm not gonna.
No guarantees that I'm gonna. I'm not going to use it because it's too big and scary. And sir, do you think that this is what I wanted?
I'm happy that that's what you want. Maybe you should put that in your bio, like prison terms. I'm looking for a woman who will shove a giant dildo up her vagina and send me a picture. No questions asked.
And no brats.
No talking. When I ask you for something, I want you to say, yes, sir.
And salute. And
they're like, okay. Sorry to anyone not watching video.
Spit polish my boots. Sorry.
And pay my mortgage. No questions asked.
No. That guy doesn't want somebody to pay his mortgage because he's a financial advisor from wealth management and I can pay my own mortgage.
You broke bitch. Oh my God, you're always broke when you ask for the money, but you're not broke when they're giving you the requests. Oh my God. I only like women that wear Louboutins. I will not pay for them.
Yeah. You need to have all of this in your wardrobe.
If you don't, swipe right or left. I don't know.
Also, swipe left if all you care about is money. You can swipe left if you want gifts. That is not how I show my love and affection. Swipe left if you aren't going to show up dressed to the nines every single time.
I will not finance a goddamn eyelash on your face.
Do you have chip nail varnish? Swipe left.
Oh my God, yeah. That's also been a thing where somebody, when we were at uni, there was this guy who was, and to be fair, he is a nice guy and he doesn't make demands of anybody, but he had a genuine disgust of chipped nail.
It isn't nice, but it's also like, dude, it's not cheap to go and get this stuff done. And it's not just the cost of getting your nails done. It's also finding the fucking time when you want to watch 5 straight hours of some dumb show.
Excuse me, I am failing university. I am busy, okay?
I am tired and hungover.
It's like when I found out it was like 5 a.m. at a party, I was like, do I look like somebody has my life together right now? No.
Look, is there somebody here that can do my nails? This
isn't me. Oh my God, I miss those kind of after parties where it's just like, oh my God, my eyebrows, and then someone's like, I'll do that for you.
And they're like, girls, get together.
Who's not?
SWAT team kind of comes like, oh, let me. Jesus, boo. And I get
I'll
you so much. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I've got an eyeshadow that will look so good on you.
Oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, women are lit.
Yeah.
You come out with a makeover. You look terrible, but you feel great.
Awful.
Worst you've ever looked.
But not at the time, you don't think that you look awful.
No. You think you look like, I was going to say Shania Twain for some reason. I've never thought that before, but I'll let her have it.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Shania
girls.
Twain in, yeah. Oh, or I was thinking, that don't impress me much in the full leopard print. You're not wearing an ounce of leopard print, but you still think that you look like her.
Phenomenal.
Awesome. Yeah.
I love a full-length leopard print look. Also, this is very random, but Cardi B hosted the I want to say the AMAs. Did you see her look? Some of them, were a 10. That mask, I can't lie, freaked me out because it looked like the masks from Game of Thrones when the slave owners were trying to kill everybody.
Oh, yeah.
That mask gave me the heebie-jeebies. It gave me colonizer vibes. Oof.
Also, yeah, well, because it gave me Squid Game, rich people.
Oh, yeah. It was just very, like, European wealth. I didn't like it. I like a mask, like, but that mask
Roman time.
Yes. But the dresses, honey. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. I love a good gown. I can't lie. I love a gown.
Just no occasion to wear a gown.
Absolutely none. Absolutely none. Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just thinking about when I worked at a dry cleaners, we used to go to these those like golf club Christmas parties.
No. Like country club style. Or do you mean like almost, a Christmas club, a party where you hired out the golf club, the hall?
Yes.
So not an actual country club party, but it's like that was where your work party was because there was always an event. Yeah, we had a lot of people had a lot of birthdays, like or discos at like the cricket club.
No, the cricket club is like no shade to the cricket club people. I know, but the cricket club is like, or the cricket club and the rugby club are just like, and sometimes even the football club.
No, you're right. Yeah,
that's just, I know what you mean. Regular schmegular. Yeah, and that's a good time. Don't get me wrong, that is a fucking
country club style. But the football club, the rugby club, the cricket club is like in a pavilion. Like it's a single story, one massive room, maybe some like the toilet offshoots and a kitchen offshoot.
The toilet was built in the 1950s always, but a pint is like £1. And you're like, am I in heaven?
But also not because it's like a 12-year-old's birthday party. So
all the parties I went to in the there's one place in particular because there's like football clubs and stuff like that. I can't remember why I'd be there, but there was one rugby club which was a bit remote, but also like the parties were just great. And the drinks were cheap. Everyone was so drunk and underage, but you had to be 16 to have a party there, but everyone was definitely under 18. And like, this is illegal, but I'm not going to tell anybody. But this is illegal. But people would have their 18th birthdays there. But obviously, when you're having an 18th, especially if you're the first person to be 18, like everyone else there is between the ages of 16 and 18. It's ridiculous, but I had a good time there. I once went dressed as a bumblebee to an alphabet party.
Cute.
Yeah.
What was everybody else, or what's a standout letter?
The one that I remember was somebody came as a geisha. Looking back, feels racist.
Yeah. But I was like, wow.
No, at the time it was a bit like.
There are lots of other things that you could be.
No, I didn't think. I think when I was younger, something's off. I was 16.
Okay.
So it's like, no, I wasn't 16. I was 17. I'm 17. So it's like, there's something off about this, but I don't know what it is. I just thought it's because the paint on her face was a bit jarring. But now I realise, no, it's looking really randomly up. But fine. Shout out to her. Have your fun. This is the same person who I actually feel bad saying this because she's actually not terrible. But I'll say she's not terrible, then I'll say my story and you'll be like, come on. She's the one who went to the what's the thing they do in I know they do it in Germany as well, but the one that's in the Netherlands, the Blackface Festival. I can't remember what it's called. Thing? Yeah, so there's like loads of people in blackface, and she took a picture and she posted it. She's not in blackface, but she posted it and she said, "Oh my God, they're so un-PC." And I was like, "What do you mean un-PC?" By the way, at this point we're like mid-20s. Like, what do you mean un-PC? You mean racist? Is that what we're calling it now?
Just like, listen. Yeah. It's just, this isn't politically correct.
It was racist the whole time. That's why they did it. That's what pisses me off. They did it to be racist. That's how it started. And now people are like, you're sensitive. It's like, no, your ancestors and you are both deeply offensive.
I mean, you can't do it now. God, things that
they were like, oh my God, we're going to be like really mischievous and thieves and we're going to steal loads of presents. So we should obviously be black. But you're trying to tell me that that's not racist.
But oh my God, somebody
it's so un-PC.
This is just, really un-PC. We can't.
Oh my God.
The reason you shouldn't do this is because it's not politically correct. Under any other, it's correct in any other way, just not politically. Politically, people might have a problem with this, but socially, and
so needless to say, I had to give her an unfollow because I was like, you know what, I don't deserve this on a Tuesday afternoon when I'm trying to distract myself from work.
I want funny memes.
I want memes, not racism. Jesus. How is that hard to understand, guys? I don't think it is. Oh my God. Once again, we're supposed to be talking about Scandal. The one time we're supposed to be talking about it, we talk about everything else.
Everything else. But you also, you were going to say something about when you worked at a dry cleaners and you went to a party
at the golf clubs.
Yeah.
I love a party in a golf club. Why are we talking about? Oh, the gowns. So people used to it's like a once a year thing. It's like when you get that dress that's about, and I'm sorry, I don't care who fashion polices me. I love a suburban dress shop where they have dresses around 120 that are covered in like diamantes.
Sequins and
I love those dresses. And you're like, it's a brand you've never heard of. The fabric is very itchy. Like, where is this from?
Not breathable.
Not breathable at all. I love those dresses. Anywho, when we used to go, when I was 16 to 18, that was when I would go to those parties. There'd be some sort of impersonator there. The food was good. There was free alcohol.
One hopes not in blackface.
No, it was like Elvis, who was in a metaphorical blackface, not literal. And they have, all the fairy lights in the ceiling, and it's all black. All of this isn't me saying this. This is what all the older women would call each other, old biddies.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I feel like is still cool to say. But I feel like unless you're old, you can't say that. Well, this is how it used to be when I was younger. So when I worked with them, obviously I was between 16 and 18. I would have never said, you can only say that kind of thing if you're one of the gang. You can't just be like, oh, look at that old biddy. They'd have been like, oh.
I've only ever heard it in that context. I've never heard an old biddy saying,
no, I've only ever heard
to themselves or other people.
I've only ever heard old women say that. And the funniest is when someone is an old biddy and they call someone else an old biddy, and you're like, but you're the old biddy bitch.
Oh my God, I can't hear that word anymore. Lost all meaning.
Oh, biddy.
And then that old biddy said this, and then she said, you're an old biddy. No, you're an old biddy. And I was like, you're all old biddies. I don't know what's going on.
I'm the baddest biddy. That's what I'm going to say when I'm old. I'm the baddest biddy you bitches have ever seen. Biddies could never. I don't know where this is going. But yeah, that's the last time I saw people dressed how Adele was dressed on her ITV special.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking love that dress. I can't lie. It's a very I love a middle-aged gown. And she's always dressed like that.
A middle-aged gown.
It is. Don't lie, it is. Oh, a diamante heaven. But I love
mermaid
that
cut.
Love that. Oh, that's the best cut. Because it's it doesn't matter what kind of day you have, and your body looks slamming. Oh gosh, but yeah, that's the last time I've seen a room full of people actually dressed like that. Or maybe when I went to one of those things with my dad.
We just need to move to the suburbs and go.
No, we couldn't just.
Club.
We don't need to move to the suburbs. We need to get a job.
We need an inn.
Yeah, at one of these I don't know, what do they do?
I have no idea.
Estate agents or whatever in the suburban areas. The kind of job you see on Emmerdale.
Yeah, but yeah, people in London don't get dressed up like that to go to events.
No.
Well, I mean, I know they do, but that it's not the kind of people that I'm. But the same job that you could have in London versus in the suburbs, people in the suburbs are going to town.
No, they do. It's again, that's just our demographic of how we grew up. So even when, like, do you remember when you were in like your early 20s doing whatever you're doing? There were also people that you maybe went to school with who were in their early 20s who had like more what we considered like corporate jobs, which I now realize are just normal jobs. And they would always have like these black tie-dys, and I'd be like, what? They're like, our firm won an award for blah, blah, blah. And you're like, first of all, you're 12 years old and you look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. It just used to annoy me. I think that when you're older, you can just really pull it off. But I don't ever want to see a 21-year-old who's just graduated and got their first job at a black tie event. You look like a... They always dress wrong. Where is this coming from? They always have terrible makeup. They're always too drunk. Am I describing myself at the Christmas party? Maybe.
Yeah, but that's a Christmas party. That's different to...
There's only one Christmas party where I cringe when I think about it.
Which one?
I'd rather not say. But I wasn't even doing anything. I was just drinking. But I was just like, myself. You know what I'm like. You're like, don't I just? I feel like we've never been to a Christmas party together.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Did we not have Christmas parties at that place?
I think that there was one time where maybe we didn't. There was one year, and it was probably the year that you... I don't know how many Christmases you had.
Sorry, I just remembered another Christmas party where I was also so drunk. Oh my God.
But I didn't go to one of the Christmas parties, and I think it was probably one of the last ones.
But I don't remember any, so I feel like I never went to any.
There was one. I think maybe there was a bowling one.
Oh, I remember that. I hate bowling. I would have been in such a foul mood. I hate bowling. I can bowl now.
I bowed out at like not the last minute, but quite late on, because I was just like, I can't. Firstly, by that point, I was fucking done. I was sick of the place. And I've been on holiday the week of, and we'd like just gone, we were going into sale, and things were just like going wrong.
I remember.
Everybody was just constantly hounding me, and it was like, I am on holiday. You guys should be able to fucking fix this. And I was just so irritated.
Was I hounding you? I'm so sorry. I feel like I was probably doing something wrong.
No.
Whatever I did. I mean, did I do anything? Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Whatever
it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I can't
It was just one of those things where I was like, guys, come on. And then I think I went in on a Saturday to like, it was just fucking annoying, and I just didn't want to.
This is bringing back memories of you going back, having to go in. I remember this.
I just was like, I'm going to bring a bad energy to this party, so you know what? I'd rather not be there.
Do you know who I actually really? There's only one person who I miss, and who was just one of the best. I don't know. It's rude to say people's names. Starts with a C, ends with an N. Menswear. Starts with a col.
Right, yeah. I know.
Amazing person.
Best person ever.
Brilliant human being.
Yeah. Love him.
Loved him. Just a vibe, a good time, a walking good time. Always had a funny story. Never took his work too seriously. Unlike everybody.
Was good at his job as well.
Exactly. Just did the job.
Yeah.
Was nice. Oh, that is how you make an impression, honey.
Yeah. We all loved him.
Loved him.
Anyway, guys, I feel like this is veering into, off
two old biddies
territory. Two of the baddest biddies in town.
In our mermaid cuts. I'm joking. I am wearing a free t-shirt.
We close this podcast down and start a new one. Baddest biddies. Two bad biddies.
Oh my God. Two bad biddies would be I don't think we're old enough to get away with it, honestly.
Do you think that we should address that will be when the podcast is still going? We have to transition. Should we address the fact that we've got some... No, maybe we shouldn't.
What have we got? Are we beefing?
Imitators. No, we're not beefing.
No, that's beef. We can't address that.
Okay.
I still want to do a collaboration.
Kind of, yeah. The Scandal How to Get Away with Murder crossover.
Yeah, and if they say no, then we'll slag them off. Guys, we'll let you know. Beef pending. The fact that that's the second most embarrassing, if not the third most embarrassing thing I've said this episode.
Oh God, I don't even know.
So we gave you no analysis of Scandal, but I will be posting my favourite screenshots on our Instagram account. So look out for that.
Did we not already? No, we didn't. Oh my God.
We'll definitely do another Scandal episode because I want to do the episode where Olivia is trapped in... This isn't when she gets kidnapped. It's in season 2 when Olivia is trapped in a building being held hostage. Don't know. The second time I watched it, I was like, but you've done this. Anyway, whatever.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Do what you want. Just do what you want to get.
Story lies. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, I really, really want them to do a spin-off. I really want it. Like WandaVision style. We deserve it. And it has to be Fitz and Olivia because I feel like they'd give us Quinn and Charlie and I don't want it. No offense to Quinn or
interested.
Charlie.
No. Yeah. I'm not interested. I want the real deal. I want Horny on Maine. I want Vermont.
And I want sex scenes.
I want that music.
that music is so good. I'm going to find that song. It's really good. Oh my God, guys, I made the worst playlist ever. It's the Wait, Rewind the Tape playlist. Is it ridiculous if I put the link in the bio?
Do it. No one will click on it. But
that's a fact. It's like songs from episode 1 to whatever this is. What episode is this? 49.
45.
Okay. That's a good number. Like the president would have been at the time of Scandal, I think.
I don't know. Do you mean the
45
leader of the free world? Can we just, before we sign off, if we were doing like if we had a bingo sheet or something, or doing a drinking game, let's name like the things that we'd have to drink for. So if anybody mentioning the leader of the free world.
Yeah, because they even mentioned that in the first episode.
They are fucking high on that. I'm the leader of the free world. Oh my God, fuck off. Anytime they refer to the state as the Republic.
Every time someone describes anybody as a patriot.
Yeah.
Every time someone says B630.
Anybody says, oh my God, in episode 1, Olivia saying that she trusts her gut, and her gut tells her this. Yes. Anytime Olivia refers to her gut.
Anytime Olivia says, I'll handle it, or it's handled, or consider it handled. White hat. Sorry.
Oh my God, yes, white hats. The white hats.
Yeah.
Gladiators in suits. I'm on the floor by this point.
I'm so drunk.
First 5 minutes, you are absolutely plastered.
Every time Olivia and Fitz breathe heavily, or every time Olivia makes this face. Am I doing it right?
You are, yes.
Thanks. I've practicing in the mirror. I haven't.
Every time, is it bad to say every time Melly has some hooch?
No, alcohol has to be in there. Every time Melly has hooch or gets hooch out of her wardrobe or from her chest.
The wardrobe? Why is it in the fucking wardrobe?
I've hidden things in the wardrobe before. Such a good place. No one's going to look. Back of the wardrobe. Every time Olivia pours a glass of wine, every time Fitz pours a glass of scotch or references the fact of the brand of scotch being like rare or whatever it is. We get it. You're rich.
Every time Olivia goes home and puts on that long line wraparound cardigan, like cashmere cardigan.
Another absolute favourite of mine, a staple. I love a long cardi. I love a wraparound. Legendary.
Oh, anytime that Olivia's dad or
gets
Olivia says that you have to work twice as hard.
Yeah.
To get half as much.
Yeah, you have to have 2 shots for that because that one's really depressing.
Yeah.
Every time Olivia's dad just launches into a speech at her directly with no breaks, and she just has to stand there and take it.
And
9 shots if you're traumatized from your own childhood.
Call your therapist if you're traumatized from.
Oh yeah, don't drink too much. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Call your therapist.
But a shot every time you think to yourself, how are you still functioning when you see someone drinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we could go on, but
we could.
This is based on us only watching 2 episodes. If we'd watched a whole season, we would have picked out more of the.
Yeah. Definitely a shot. I know. Every time someone says Cyrus Beam, because they never just say his first name. What's that about?
Bean, not Beam.
Oh, my bad. I did wonder as I said it, is it Beam or Bean? And I was like, nailed it. Got it
wrong. Absolutely not. It's 50-50 and you chose wrong. I'm pretty sure it's Bean, but I don't know. Who knows? Oh, every time somebody like references the oval and like wanting the oval.
Oh, yes, they do say that a lot.
What's
the panic room called? Where they go in every time they go into that fucking panic room in the White House?
Like the bunker. That's in the later seasons. I can't remember.
I love it in there. It's like a sci-fi.
Oh my god, that woman. What's the
blonde lady?
The Liberty lovers.
Oh my
the old
god,
presidential
Sally
kind of, yes.
Liberty lovers.
Oh man.
She is a realistic character, unfortunately. Yeah.
So true.
I'm not gonna lie, I lived for her husband's storyline. Love that. That was juicy. She killed that man.
She did. Killed him dead.
She didn't think twice.
But then she knew exactly who she was gonna call when she did it.
Only one man I can call right now. I feel like deep down everyone has somebody who they'd call if they killed someone.
Yes, you.
God damn it. I don't know if I should be flattered or offended, but I'm flattered.
Not because I think that you would
not because I'm helpful, because I'll take it to the grave.
I don't know. Yeah, you wouldn't judge me. You would take it to the grave. You would come up with unhelpful solutions, but at least I would be able to tell, so I'd have it off my chest.
Put them in the bath and cover them. Please.
Let me reference any movie, any TV show that I've seen where they have to dispose of a body. Now, there's the Breaking Bad method.
Honestly, what comes to mind is, I'm sorry to say this, I don't know what you'd have to use, but I would think the only way we could do it is to have soundproof earphones on. We don't have those.
I don't want to hear the crunch.
And just like put them in a bath and like beat them until all the bones in their body break. But they're probably doing that.
Wash them down the sink.
Just until they're like their body's like broken up, a bit more malleable. But there's no point in that because I'm never chopping it up. I'm telling you right now, I'm not chopping somebody up. I'm not doing it. Blend them?
What the? How are you blending them? You need to get them in bits small enough to be able to blend.
I feel like once I'd chopped a bit, I'd be like, fuck it, let's do it. If you have a sharp enough, big enough knife, it will take a few hacks. But if I can get into it, we may as well chop them up. It will take hours and hours and hours.
We need to stop this. We need to move away from this conversation.
Yeah. What else could we do?
There's the pose.
So I'm like, yeah, then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, look.
Yeah. But also, let's just, no.
Oh my God. Plus, when you watch actual crime documentaries and you see the ways that people try and dispose of bodies, it's always the dumbest, most inhumane way. Oh, there was one where this couple killed their nanny and tried to set her on fire in their garden in a semi-detached flat. I was just like, well, that's just dumb as hell. Maybe all flats are semi-detached, but you know what I mean? The flats where it's like terrace housing almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on that note,
I don't want to end on that note, but I really don't know where we go from here.
Yeah, there's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to do. I'm giving you my heartbeat. I'm torn into pieces, and you are the reason. So you've got to go. I'm taking back control. Great song. Maybe that will go on the playlist. It's the worst song you've ever heard. It's terrible.
Yeah, what is the song?
It's like a pop song that no one's ever heard. That there were these 2 pop songs that, again, my friend Nadia, when we were in uni, she loved them and she just would always play them. Like, never heard them anywhere else. But one of them, it's called Part-Time Lover, Runway Model. Sorry, it's called Runway Model. It's Part-Time Lover is actually a terrible song that I'm writing at the moment. That no one will ever hear. It's called Runway Model, and it goes like, you can be my runway model with the lights down. You can be my runway, way. It's just a mess.
What?
Yeah.
The fresh out is that?
I'll send it to you. Do you remember that time I sent you that Paris Hilton song and you were like, this is terrible? It's way worse than that, but
and not even by the Paris Hilton. So it's got nothing going for it.
She's the pinnacle of music. Did you see her?
No, but dress? Do you know, like, yeah, I did.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it was nice. She looked.
I've never been a Paris Hilton stan, but I really enjoyed her wedding dress.
Yeah, I mean,
there was like a cult movement for the Paris Nicole.
A Simple Life.
Lindsay Lohan days, yeah.
Oh yeah.
A Simple Life I could never fully enjoy because I felt like I was more on the side of the worker than the 2
the 2 rich bitches that were just mocking poor people.
And it's just like, actually I don't know, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't lovely. I get that it was like there were bits that were funny, but it was just a lot of uncomfortable
There were lovelier
stuff.
shows.
There were lovelier shows. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Right. We have been talking for a good long time, and about 2% of that was scandal. So
okay, I'm so sorry about this episode, guys. We'll be better than ever.
No, we really won't ever.
You can be my runway. Sorry. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait, rewind the tape.